This ostrich, completely surrounded by 4 hungry lions with no way out, this could be its final moment. Even hyenas fear this powerful bird, but right now it's fighting for its life. Look at this lion. It always attacks from behind with unbelievable force. Why does it strike like this every single time? Just watch how this predator sprints like a bullet, so fast it's almost unstoppable. But here's the real question. Will it catch its prey, or is the ostrich about to escape?
Have you ever wondered how the fastest bird on Earth survives in a world filled with ruthless predators? The ostrich, capable of reaching speeds up to 70 kilometers per hour, is a creature built for survival. But even with such incredible abilities, it must face the lion, the cheetah, and the hyena, each a master of its own deadly craft. How does the ostrich stand its ground against these apex predators? What unique adaptations allow it to survive in the wild, despite the constant threats from all sides? As we explore this incredible bird's journey, we will uncover the secrets behind its survival, its unique skills, and the challenges it faces in the harsh wilderness. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the life of the ostrich, revealing how this extraordinary animal has evolved to not just survive, but thrive. The African wilderness is home to some of the planet's most formidable predators. Among them, the lion, cheetah, and hyena stand out as apex hunters, each unique in their skills and hunting strategies. But for the ostrich, these predators are not just challenges. They are the primary threats it faces in its fight for survival. Understanding the true danger they pose requires us to delve deeper into each predator's nature, methods, and how the ostrich, despite its remarkable abilities, must continuously outwit them to stay alive. Number 1. The king of the jungle. Lions are often regarded as the kings of the African savanna, and for good reason. With their incredible strength, sharp claws, and powerful jaws, lions are built for hunting and overpowering prey much larger than themselves. Lions typically hunt in prides, using a combination of strength, teamwork, and patience to bring down prey. Their strategy is to stalk their target, get as close as possible, and launch a powerful, fast attack. For the ostrich, this makes the lion a deadly predator. Although the ostrich can outrun a lion in short bursts, the lion's persistence and speed in certain conditions can turn the tables. Lions will typically target young ostriches or those that stray from the safety of their group. When lions hunt alone, it becomes even more challenging for them to catch an ostrich, as the bird's ability to sprint and change direction quickly makes it hard to pin down. Despite this, lions are relentless. If they manage to catch an ostrich off guard or isolate it, the bird's powerful legs and fast reflexes are often not enough to save it. The lion's strength and endurance allow it to wear down the ostrich, despite the bird's best efforts to escape. This makes the lion an ever-present threat, one that the ostrich must be constantly alert to. Number 2. The cheetah, speed and precision. While the lion relies on strength and stamina, the cheetah is built for speed, arguably the fastest animal on land. Capable of reaching speeds up to 100 kilometers per hour in short bursts, cheetahs are masters of precision and swiftness. Their hunting strategy revolves around closing the distance between themselves and their prey before launching a sprint that leaves little room for escape. The cheetah's speed gives it an edge in the predator-prey dynamic. It often targets smaller or slower prey, but it does not shy away from challenging larger animals when the opportunity arises. For the ostrich, the cheetah presents a unique challenge. Although the ostrich is capable of incredible bursts of speed, it is not quite as fast as a cheetah in the initial sprint. However, the ostrich has an advantage in endurance. The cheetah may tire after a brief chase, allowing the ostrich to evade it in the long run. Yet, the cheetah does not always give up easily. It will often take several runs at an ostrich, adjusting its tactics with each attempt, testing the bird's limits. The cheetah is persistent, and when faced with an exhausted ostrich, it can be an even more dangerous predator. Number 3. Hyena, the relentless pack hunter. Hyenas are among the most misunderstood predators in the wild. Often depicted as scavengers, hyenas are, in fact, highly skilled hunters known for their teamwork, intelligence, and tenacity. Unlike lions or cheetahs, hyenas rely on cooperation to take down prey. A single hyena may not have the strength to catch an ostrich, but a pack of them can overwhelm even the most formidable of defenses. For an ostrich, facing a pack of hyenas can be a nightmare. Hyenas work in unison, coordinating their efforts to isolate the weak or injured members of a herd. When hunting an ostrich, they use their endurance to tire out their target, while also exploiting weaknesses in the ostrich's defense. The ostrich's legs are powerful and capable of delivering lethal kicks, but hyenas are quick, and their numbers often allow them to surround the bird, minimizing its ability to escape. While ostriches can often fend off a single hyena, multiple hyenas present a different kind of threat. Their relentless pursuit and pack mentality make them a constant danger, and the ostrich's ability to defend itself effectively against multiple attackers is limited. The hyena's ability to wear down prey through persistence and cunning means that the ostrich must be constantly on alert for any sign of a pack approaching. Despite these dangers, the ostrich's survival is not left solely to chance. Its speed, agility, and remarkable instincts allow it to survive these threats day after day. However, the challenges posed by the lion, cheetah, and hyena are constant reminders that the wild is a harsh, unforgiving environment. The ostrich must constantly adapt and be ready to face these predators head-on. As we continue, we will dive into the ostrich's unique abilities that allow it to survive despite being hunted by the most dangerous animals in the wild. The ostrich's unique abilities. When we think of survival in the wild, one of the first things that comes to mind is the ability to escape from predators. The ostrich, while being one of the largest and heaviest birds on Earth, has evolved in ways that make it one of the most unique survivors in the animal kingdom. Despite being targeted by the planet's most dangerous predators, lions, cheetahs, and hyenas, the ostrich has developed an array of extraordinary abilities to outwit and evade danger. In this chapter, we will explore these remarkable abilities that give the ostrich an edge in the harsh world it inhabits. At the heart of the ostrich's survival strategy is its unrivaled speed. While it is well known that the cheetah is the fastest land animal capable of reaching speeds of up to 100 kilometers per hour in short bursts, the ostrich is not far behind. It can run at speeds of up to 70 kilometers per hour, 43 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest creatures in the animal kingdom over longer distances. This ability to outrun predators is key to its survival. What makes the ostrich's speed even more impressive is its endurance. Unlike the cheetah, which is built for short, explosive sprints, the ostrich can maintain its high speed for longer distances. This endurance comes from its long, powerful legs, which are built for running, and the fact that the bird has 2 toes on each foot, with the larger toe acting like a hoof to give the bird better traction. This allows the ostrich to outrun most predators in the open savanna, and when it senses danger, it simply starts running, often leaving predators in the dust. The ostrich's speed is not just about fleeing. It uses its fast running to navigate its environment with remarkable agility, dodging obstacles and changing direction at high speed when necessary. This agility, combined with its endurance, makes it a formidable escape artist, even when faced with the speed of cheetahs or the power of lions. While the ostrich's legs are crucial for its speed, they are also powerful weapons in their own right. Each leg of an ostrich is capable of delivering a devastating kick, one that is strong enough to seriously injure or even kill a predator. A single powerful strike from an ostrich's legs can break the bones of an animal, making it one of the most dangerous birds on the planet when it comes to self-defense. The force behind these kicks is not just a result of the ostrich's sheer size. It comes from the bird's incredible leg muscles, which are some of the strongest in the animal kingdom. When threatened, the ostrich will stand its ground, and if the predator comes too close, it will launch a deadly kick aimed at the head or body of the attacker. This makes the ostrich a formidable adversary for many predators, including lions and hyenas, who would normally shy away from such a powerful foe. The ostrich's legs are also built for stability and balance. With each stride, the bird is able to maintain its footing even at high speeds, allowing it to outrun predators while simultaneously staying in control of its movements. The coordination between its legs and its body makes the ostrich a highly efficient runner and a difficult target to catch. Another key to the ostrich's survival is its exceptional vision. As one of the tallest birds on Earth, standing at up to 9 feet, 2.7 meters tall, the ostrich has a commanding view of its surroundings. Its large, forward-facing eyes provide it with excellent binocular vision, allowing it to spot predators from far away. In the open savanna, where danger can approach quickly, the ability to spot a predator early can make all the difference. The ostrich's keen eyesight allows it to detect movement from a great distance, giving it enough time to react. The ostrich is not only able to see predators from afar, but also has the ability to detect changes in the environment, such as shifts in wind direction or unusual sounds that might signal the presence of danger. This early warning system allows the ostrich to react quickly, whether it is to run, hide, or prepare to defend itself. Moreover, the ostrich's height provides it with another advantage when it comes to spotting predators. While most animals rely on stealth and low profiles, the ostrich can see over the tall grasses and shrubs of the savanna, giving it a broader field of vision. This makes it more difficult for predators to surprise the bird. When a predator approaches, the ostrich can spot it from a distance and begin planning its escape strategy well in advance. In addition to its speed, strength, and vision, the ostrich also benefits from its natural camouflage. The color of the ostrich's feathers, which range from a dull brownish gray to a more vibrant reddish brown depending on its environment, helps it blend seamlessly into the landscape. This ability to camouflage makes it harder for predators to spot the ostrich when it is standing still, especially in the vast, open plains of Africa. The ostrich will often rely on its ability to remain still and hidden, especially when it senses that a predator is near. By lowering its head and blending into the environment, the ostrich can become nearly invisible to a predator. This behavior is particularly effective in the heat of the day, when the ostrich is often seen standing motionless, conserving energy and avoiding detection. This camouflage is especially useful when the ostrich is in the presence of predators such as lions or hyenas. When faced with danger, the ostrich will often choose to remain motionless and wait for the predator to lose interest rather than fleeing immediately. This strategy allows the ostrich to avoid unnecessary energy expenditure and minimizes the risk of being targeted. The ostrich's survival is not just based on any one of these unique abilities. It is the combination of all of them that makes the ostrich such a successful survivor in the wild. Each of these traits works together to help the ostrich thrive in an environment filled with predators. The ostrich's speed, strength, vision, camouflage, and adaptability all play crucial roles in its ability to avoid danger and survive in one of the world's harshest ecosystems. The ostrich has evolved to live in a world where constant threats from predators like lions, cheetahs, and hyenas are part of everyday life. Over millions of years, it has developed the unique combination of traits that make it one of the most successful and resilient creatures in the animal kingdom. Whether it is running at top speed to escape a predator, using its powerful legs to defend itself, or relying on its height and vision to spot danger from afar, the ostrich is a master of survival. The ostrich's unique abilities are a testament to the power of evolution and survival instincts. It is a bird that has learned to thrive in a world filled with dangers, using its remarkable traits to outsmart and outrun its predators. While the challenges it faces from predators like lions, cheetahs, and hyenas are immense, the ostrich's abilities allow it to remain one of the most successful survivors in the African wilderness. As we dive deeper into the life of the ostrich, we enter the realm of one of its most fascinating aspects: its family dynamics and reproduction. For such a large, powerful bird, the ostrich has an intricate, well-coordinated approach to reproduction that ensures the survival of its species in a competitive and often harsh environment. The ostrich's family structure, courtship rituals, and the nurturing of its young are not only vital to the species' continued existence, but they also showcase the remarkable adaptability and intelligence of these incredible birds. When it comes to reproduction, the ostrich is known for its complex and highly elaborate courtship behavior. The process begins with the males, who are typically more colorful and striking than the females. Their bright, glossy feathers are a part of their display to attract the attention of a mate. But it is not just the feathers that help the male stand out. The ostrich uses a unique series of vocal and visual cues to announce its readiness to mate. The courtship ritual begins with the male's distinctive display, which includes a series of low, booming calls that reverberate across the African plains. These calls serve as an invitation to potential mates and a signal to rival males. But the display does not end there. The male will also perform an intricate dance, which involves bending down to the ground, flapping his wings, and making exaggerated movements that highlight his size and strength. This dance, combined with his vocalizations, is intended to demonstrate to the female that he is the most capable and dominant mate. Once a female ostrich selects a mate, she will engage in a similar courtship behavior. The female also has her own display, which includes a unique and powerful vocalization. Interestingly, it is the female who ultimately decides which male she will mate with. This process of mate selection is crucial, as it ensures that the strongest and healthiest males pass on their genes, thereby enhancing the chances of survival for the offspring. Once the mating ritual is complete, the next phase in the ostrich's reproduction process is nesting. Female ostriches do not build nests on their own. Instead, they collaborate with the male to create a suitable nesting site. The male will select a location in the open, usually in a slight depression in the ground, and begin digging. He will then take the responsibility of guarding the area, protecting the nest from any predators that might pose a threat. The female, on the other hand, takes on the job of laying the eggs. After copulating, the female will lay a series of large spherical eggs, which can weigh as much as 1.5 kilograms, around 3.3 pounds each. The female typically lays between 10 to 15 eggs in one go, depending on her condition and age. These eggs are incredibly resilient, with thick shells that help protect them from the harsh environment and predators. The eggs are also designed to withstand significant weight, as they may be stepped on by the adult ostriches or exposed to the scorching heat of the sun. Once all the eggs are laid, the male will take on the role of incubating them. While it is the female who lays the eggs, it is the male who typically spends more time sitting on the nest, ensuring that the eggs remain at the correct temperature. This division of labor is crucial, as the male's larger body helps to shield the eggs from the intense heat of the African sun, while also offering protection from predators like hyenas and jackals. The female will also occasionally help with the incubation process by taking turns sitting on the eggs. The incubation period lasts for about 42 days, during which the adult ostriches must remain vigilant to ensure the eggs are not disturbed. During this time, the parents will often engage in coordinated behaviors, including guarding the nest and defending it from any potential threats. The male is particularly protective of the nest, using his large size and powerful legs to ward off any predators or intruders. After weeks of careful guarding and incubation, the eggs finally begin to hatch. The process of hatching is a momentous event in the ostrich family. The chicks, once they break through the shell, are immediately capable of standing up and walking, a crucial skill in the wild, where predators can strike at any moment. The newly hatched ostriches are incredibly precocial, meaning they are born with their eyes open and can quickly adapt to their surroundings. However, their survival in the early stages of life is heavily reliant on the protection and care of their parents. Both the male and the female will protect the chicks, guiding them to areas of safety and teaching them how to forage for food. The parents do not stop at just protecting their young. They also engage in active feeding of the chicks. In the first few days after hatching, the ostrich parents will lead the chicks to food sources and ensure they are getting the proper nutrients to grow strong and healthy. The chicks will feed on a diet of plants, seeds, and insects, which they can easily find in the wild. As they grow older, the chicks will begin to explore on their own, but the parents remain close by, offering guidance and protection. Despite the care that the parents provide, ostrich chicks face numerous challenges in the wild. From predators to environmental factors, the odds of survival are stacked against them. However, the ostrich's family structure and strong parental bonds ensure that the chicks have a fighting chance. The close-knit family unit works together to ensure the survival of the young, providing them with a solid foundation for the difficult life they are about to face. As the chicks grow, they begin to venture further from their parents, becoming more independent. By the time they are about 6 months old, the chicks are already significantly larger and capable of running on their own. However, they will continue to rely on their parents for guidance and protection as they navigate the dangers of the wild. By the time the ostrich reaches adulthood, it will have undergone a significant transformation. From a fragile, small chick to a towering bird capable of running at incredible speeds, the ostrich's life journey is one of resilience, adaptability, and strength. The transition from chick to adult is a gradual process, but once the ostrich matures, it will have fully integrated into the harsh ecosystem of the savanna, where it will continue the cycle of reproduction and survival. The relationship between the male and female ostrich does not end after the chicks hatch. In fact, ostriches form long-lasting bonds with one another, and their family structure plays a pivotal role in the overall success of the species. These bonds can last for many years, with some pairs remaining together for life. The ostrich's commitment to its family and the roles they play in raising their young highlight the deep level of cooperation that exists within this species. Both parents work together, from mating to the protection of their eggs, to ensure the survival of their offspring. The family structure is not just about the survival of the young. It is also about the continuation of the ostrich species. As the young ostriches grow and mature, they eventually become part of the broader social structure, where they will continue the cycle of reproduction and survival. The family and reproductive behaviors of the ostrich are a testament to the bird's remarkable adaptability and intelligence. From the male's elaborate courtship rituals to the collaborative efforts of both parents in raising their young, the ostrich's family dynamics highlight the importance of cooperation, protection, and survival in a world full of dangers. The ostrich's commitment to its young, combined with the parents' efforts to ensure the survival of their offspring, ensures that the species continues to thrive in the face of challenges. As we move forward, we will explore how the ostrich's diet and living style further contribute to its incredible survival story. But for now, the ostrich's family dynamics remind us that even in the harshest environments, the bonds of family can make all the difference in the fight for survival. In the vast and often unforgiving environments where ostriches roam, their ability to adapt to various conditions is truly remarkable. The ostrich's diet and living style are intricately tied to its survival, showcasing not only their resourcefulness, but also their resilience in maintaining a delicate balance with nature. From their unique eating habits to their ability to thrive in some of the world's harshest climates, ostriches are an example of nature's incredible ability to create creatures perfectly suited to their environment. Let us now delve into the specific details of how the ostrich's diet supports its survival and how its living style is finely tuned for efficiency and endurance. Ostriches are omnivores, meaning they consume both plant matter and small animals. However, their diet is predominantly herbivorous, consisting mainly of grasses, seeds, fruits, and leaves. Their ability to thrive in regions with scarce food resources is a testament to their adaptability. The African savanna and open deserts, where ostriches are most commonly found, are areas where food can be hard to come by, especially during dry seasons. Grasses and seeds. The primary food sources for ostriches are grasses and seeds, which they consume in large quantities. Their strong, muscular beaks allow them to tear off large clumps of grass and consume them quickly. The ostrich has a unique digestive system that helps it efficiently process plant material, which is essential for its survival in the wild. Grass, being high in fiber, requires a specialized digestive system to break down the tough cellulose. Ostriches, like many other grazing animals, have a highly developed stomach that allows them to ferment and digest the cellulose in the plant matter. Fruits and leaves. Ostriches also eat a variety of fruits and leaves, especially during the wetter months when these foods are more abundant. These foods provide a vital source of vitamins and nutrients, helping the ostriches stay healthy and strong. While fruits and leaves are a smaller portion of their diet compared to grasses and seeds, they play a significant role in maintaining the balance of nutrients that the bird needs to thrive. Insects and small animals. Though predominantly herbivores, ostriches are opportunistic feeders. They will occasionally eat insects, small lizards, and even dead animals when available. This behavior helps supplement their diet with additional proteins and fats, which are important for their growth and energy levels. Insects like locusts and beetles are an especially important food source during times when plant-based food is scarce. Drinking water. Despite living in dry climates, ostriches require access to water to stay hydrated. While they can survive for extended periods without drinking, they do need to replenish their water supply regularly. They have adapted to desert environments by being able to extract most of the water they need from the food they consume, especially from the plants and fruits that contain moisture. However, when water sources are available, ostriches are known to drink large amounts at once, as they can easily go for long periods without needing to hydrate again. Ostriches are known for their ability to travel vast distances in search of food. This is particularly important in the wild, where food sources can be spread out and not always guaranteed. Unlike smaller birds, ostriches do not need to forage in flocks. They can cover large territories on their own, using their excellent vision to spot potential food sources from a distance. Their keen eyesight allows them to see up to 3 kilometers, about 1.9 miles, away, making them highly efficient foragers. They usually spend several hours a day grazing and foraging, wandering across the open savanna or desert, seeking out patches of nutritious vegetation. Ostriches are not territorial when it comes to food, and they often move in small groups or alone, depending on the availability of resources. Their long legs and large bodies allow them to cover ground quickly, making them highly effective at seeking out food and water, especially in areas where resources are spread out. The ostrich's ability to adapt to different food sources and climates is one of the key reasons for its widespread presence in Africa, Australia, and parts of the Middle East. In times of drought or food scarcity, ostriches can survive on limited resources, drawing from their ability to consume a wide variety of foods and travel long distances in search of what they need. In addition to their remarkable diet, the ostrich's living style is equally fascinating. Ostriches are well adapted to living in harsh conditions, from the scorching heat of the desert to the sparse landscapes of the African savanna. Their living style is a combination of physical traits, behavioral patterns, and survival tactics that allow them to endure in one of the most challenging environments on Earth. Social structure. While ostriches are primarily solitary, they often form loose groups, especially when it comes to breeding or foraging. These groups typically consist of a few females and one dominant male, along with their offspring. The social structure of the ostrich allows for effective communication and protection within the group, while the adult males and females do most of the guarding of the young. The group structure provides safety in numbers when predators are nearby. Ostriches are also known to form temporary flocks during the breeding season. These groups allow for more efficient mate selection and help ensure that the strongest males can mate with the best females, enhancing the genetic diversity of the species. This temporary grouping is a way for the ostriches to maximize their chances of successful reproduction in a competitive environment. Living space and nesting areas. The ostrich's nesting sites are always carefully chosen, often in open, sparse areas where they can easily spot any approaching threats. Unlike many other birds, ostriches do not build intricate nests. Instead, they lay their eggs in simple depressions in the sand or dirt, which they then cover with vegetation to camouflage them from predators. The simplicity of the nest reflects the ostrich's ability to survive without the need for elaborate shelters or defenses. Behavioral patterns and survival tactics. One of the most impressive aspects of the ostrich's living style is its ability to survive in areas where food and water are scarce. During the hottest parts of the day, ostriches often seek shade under the sparse trees or bushes that dot the landscape. Their long legs and light body allow them to run swiftly, which helps them escape from predators when necessary. Interestingly, ostriches are also known for their incredible running abilities, reaching speeds of up to 70 kilometers per hour, about 43 miles per hour. This makes them the fastest running bird in the world and one of the fastest animals on two legs. Their large, powerful legs are not just for running. They also provide them with excellent balance and agility, enabling them to evade predators and navigate across rough terrain with ease. In fact, their running speed is a key survival tactic. When threatened, an ostrich will typically try to outrun predators like lions, cheetahs, and hyenas rather than fight. Shelter and protection. While ostriches do not have a natural shelter or home like some other animals, they are highly skilled at finding protection when needed. Their long, strong legs can deliver powerful kicks, which can be deadly to predators. When faced with danger, an ostrich will often attempt to flee, but if cornered, it will fight back fiercely. The ostrich's ability to remain calm and steady in the face of danger, combined with its formidable physical strength, makes it a challenging animal to defeat. The ostrich's diet and living style are more than just a means of survival. They are crucial to the bird's ability to thrive in the often harsh and unforgiving environments where it is found. The ostrich's omnivorous diet provides the necessary nutrients to maintain its strength and energy, while its ability to forage for food and water in a vast range of habitats ensures its survival in the wild. The ostrich's living style, with its emphasis on endurance, speed, and stealth, allows it to evade predators and adapt to the changing conditions of its environment. Whether it is navigating the dry deserts or the open plains, the ostrich's physical traits and behaviors have been finely honed over millions of years to ensure its place in the natural world. As we move into the future, the ostrich faces an ever-evolving set of challenges and opportunities. This fascinating bird, long celebrated for its remarkable abilities to survive in harsh environments, now finds itself at the crossroads of conservation efforts, economic importance, and the natural changes that are affecting our planet. What does the future hold for the ostrich? To answer that, we must consider multiple factors: environmental changes, human interaction, conservation efforts, and the adaptability of the ostrich itself. The future of the ostrich is intertwined with broader environmental issues, including climate change, habitat loss, and the increasing demand for their feathers, eggs, and meat. The ostrich's remarkable ability to adapt has served it well so far, but the rapidly changing world presents both new challenges and avenues for growth. Let us explore these factors in detail. One of the greatest threats to the future of the ostrich is the ongoing climate crisis. As temperatures rise and weather patterns become more unpredictable, the harsh environments that ostriches have adapted to may begin to shift in ways that challenge their survival. Many ostriches live in the arid deserts of Africa and the dry savannas of Australia, where the ecosystem is already finely balanced. Climate change has the potential to disrupt this balance by altering the availability of water sources, changing vegetation patterns, and even affecting the migration patterns of other species that share the ostrich's habitat. Increased temperatures can lead to more frequent and prolonged droughts, reducing the availability of food and water. These changes in their environment could force ostriches to migrate to different areas in search of resources. But if they do not have the ability to move quickly enough, or if suitable habitats are unavailable, the ostrich population could face significant declines. It is essential to recognize that ostriches, like all species, rely on a delicate balance of conditions to thrive, and any disruption to their habitat could have a profound effect on their long-term survival. Another significant concern for the ostrich's future is habitat loss. As human populations expand, particularly in Africa and the Middle East, more land is being cleared for agriculture, mining, and urban development. These human activities often encroach on the natural habitats of ostriches, leaving them with fewer places to live and hunt for food. In some regions, ostriches are already facing the challenge of shrinking territories, and as humans continue to push further into these environments, the space available for wildlife becomes more limited. The consequences of habitat loss are far-reaching. When their natural environment is fragmented, ostriches are forced to adapt to new areas that may not be as suitable for their survival. These changes can lead to increased competition for resources, conflicts with other animals, and increased vulnerability to predators. Moreover, human activities can introduce new dangers to the ostriches, such as vehicle collisions, poaching, and domestic animal predation. As human influence continues to grow, it becomes crucial to implement conservation measures that protect the ostrich's habitat and prevent further encroachment. While the future of the ostrich may be threatened by environmental and human pressures, there is also a growing recognition of the bird's economic potential. Ostriches are valued for their feathers, eggs, leather, and meat, all of which are in high demand in certain industries. In particular, ostrich farming has become an important industry in several countries where the bird is raised for its leather, which is highly prized for its durability and unique texture. Additionally, ostrich eggs are considered a delicacy in some cultures, and their meat is lean and considered healthier than beef or lamb. However, the growing interest in ostrich farming also poses a challenge. How can the economic benefits of ostriches be balanced with the need for their conservation? Sustainable farming practices are key to ensuring that ostrich populations are not overexploited. By developing responsible farming methods that prioritize animal welfare and the preservation of wild populations, the ostrich industry can contribute to the bird's future rather than detract from it. This balance requires careful management of wild ostrich populations alongside regulated farming practices. Conservation efforts will play a critical role in ensuring the future of the ostrich. In many parts of the world, protected areas and wildlife reserves are being established to safeguard species like the ostrich from the harmful effects of human encroachment and habitat destruction. These protected areas offer ostriches a safe space to live and breed without the immediate threat of habitat loss or disturbance from human activity. In addition to creating protected areas, many organizations are working to raise awareness about the importance of ostriches to local ecosystems and the challenges they face. By educating the public and promoting conservation programs, these efforts can lead to increased support for the protection of ostriches and their habitats. One of the most successful conservation strategies for ostriches involves working with local communities to develop sustainable land use practices that benefit both people and wildlife. These initiatives focus on preserving natural habitats while allowing local populations to thrive economically, ensuring that ostriches have a future in both the wild and in sustainable farming environments. What sets the ostrich apart from many other species is its incredible adaptability. While other animals may struggle to cope with environmental changes, the ostrich has evolved over millions of years to thrive in some of the harshest conditions on Earth. Its strong legs allow it to run at high speeds, avoiding predators and reaching new areas when necessary. Its large size and ability to go without food and water for extended periods make it well suited to the demanding environments of deserts and savannas. This adaptability is not just limited to the ostrich's physical traits, it extends to its behavior as well. The ostrich has the ability to adjust its diet depending on what is available, switching between grasses, seeds, fruits, and even small animals. This dietary flexibility makes it more resilient in a changing environment, as the bird can continue to find nourishment even when specific food sources become scarce. The ostrich's adaptability to new environments, its ability to adjust its behavior, and its keen instincts all give it a significant advantage in the face of an uncertain future. As long as conservation efforts are in place and the threats of climate change and habitat loss are mitigated, the ostrich will likely continue to thrive in the world's wild places. As the world's ecosystems continue to change, maintaining genetic diversity within ostrich populations will be crucial for their long-term survival. Genetic diversity helps to ensure that species are able to adapt to new challenges, whether they be environmental shifts, disease outbreaks, or changes in the availability of food. The more genetically diverse a population is, the greater its chances of surviving through times of adversity. Breeding programs, particularly those managed within zoos and protected reserves, are helping to maintain this genetic diversity. These programs allow for careful management of breeding pairs, ensuring that the next generation of ostriches remains strong and adaptable. In the wild, ostriches that breed in diverse environments are more likely to produce offspring that are genetically resilient to the challenges they will face. The future of the ostrich is both promising and uncertain. While the bird's remarkable adaptability and unique traits have ensured its survival for millions of years, it now faces new challenges brought on by climate change, habitat loss, and human activities. However, with the right conservation efforts, sustainable farming practices, and a growing global awareness of the ostrich's importance, the future of this extraordinary bird can be secure. In the next chapter, we will explore how the ostrich's impact on ecosystems plays a vital role in maintaining the balance of the environments in which it lives. The future of the ostrich is not just important for the bird itself, but for the health of the ecosystems that depend on its presence. In the next chapter, we will explore how these extraordinary traits contribute to the future of the ostrich and its ongoing survival in an ever-changing world. The ostrich's diet and living style are not just vital to its immediate survival, but also key to its ability to adapt and thrive in the future, securing its place in the diverse ecosystems of the planet. The ostrich is not just an extraordinary bird in its own right, it plays a pivotal role in the ecosystems in which it resides. Often overlooked in conversations about environmental balance, the ostrich is a keystone species that influences its habitat in a variety of ways. From maintaining the health of the soil to shaping the populations of other species, the impact of the ostrich on its ecosystem is profound and multifaceted. To understand the importance of this bird in its natural environment, we must look deeper into its behavior, interactions with other species, and the ecological functions it performs. One of the most vital roles the ostrich plays in its ecosystem is as a seed disperser. As the ostrich moves across the landscape, it consumes a variety of seeds from grasses, shrubs, and small trees. These seeds pass through the ostrich's digestive system and are deposited elsewhere in the environment. This process of seed dispersal is not only essential for the regeneration of plant life, but also helps in the spread of vegetation to areas that might not be easily accessible by other means. In regions where vegetation is sparse, such as deserts and savannas, the spread of plant life can significantly affect the entire ecosystem. By facilitating the growth of plants in new areas, ostriches help to create a more diverse and resilient landscape. This, in turn, supports a greater variety of herbivores as the plants provide food for these animals. The role of the ostrich in seed dispersal can, therefore, be seen as a catalyst for the entire food web, supporting everything from the smallest insects to the larger herbivores that rely on vegetation for sustenance. The ostrich also contributes to the health of the soil in its environment. When it feeds on vegetation, it often pecks at the roots and the leaves, disturbing the soil in the process. This disturbance is not necessarily harmful. In fact, it can have positive effects on soil health. By aerating the soil, the ostrich helps to improve its structure, allowing water to penetrate more easily and promoting the growth of other plants. This natural process of soil aeration is especially important in arid regions where soil compaction can prevent the proper absorption of water. Furthermore, as the ostrich excretes waste, it contributes organic matter to the soil, enriching it with nutrients that are essential for plant growth. The nutrient-rich droppings provide a natural fertilizer, which supports the growth of new vegetation and promotes the overall fertility of the land. In ecosystems where other forms of fertilization are scarce, the ostrich's waste acts as a vital resource, ensuring that the cycle of life continues to thrive. Ostriches are primarily herbivores, and they play a critical role in managing plant populations through their grazing habits. By consuming large quantities of grasses, shrubs, and plants, ostriches help to regulate the growth of certain plant species, preventing any one species from becoming overly dominant. This grazing pressure encourages plant diversity, as the ostrich's feeding patterns create space for other species to thrive. In some areas, ostriches have been observed to prefer certain types of vegetation over others, leading to a balance between plant species that would otherwise compete for the same resources. This dynamic interaction between the ostrich and the plants they consume is essential for maintaining a healthy and balanced ecosystem. Without the presence of grazers like the ostrich, some plant species might overrun the landscape, reducing biodiversity and ultimately disrupting the ecological balance. The ostrich's position in the food web is also crucial for maintaining healthy predator-prey dynamics. As large, fast-moving prey, ostriches are an important food source for a variety of predators, including lions, cheetahs, and hyenas. These predators rely on the ostrich for sustenance, and their hunting behaviors are shaped by the presence of the ostrich in the ecosystem. However, the relationship is not just one-sided. The presence of the ostrich in the ecosystem also helps to regulate predator populations. By serving as a prey species, the ostrich supports predator numbers, ensuring that these animals have enough food to survive and thrive. In this way, the ostrich plays a key role in balancing predator populations, ensuring that they do not grow too large and overhunt other species in the area. In turn, the ostrich's own survival is dependent on its ability to escape predators. The bird's remarkable speed, keen eyesight, and defensive strategies all contribute to its ability to avoid predation. In ecosystems where ostriches are abundant, the balance between predator and prey is maintained, helping to sustain the overall health of the food web. Beyond its direct influence on plants and predators, the ostrich also plays an indirect role in shaping the biodiversity of its environment. As a large, ground-dwelling bird, the ostrich creates habitat for other species. Its nests, for example, are often used by smaller animals like rodents, insects, and reptiles. These animals can find shelter and safety in the areas around ostrich nests, benefiting from the protection that the large bird provides. Moreover, ostriches often share their habitat with a variety of other herbivores, such as gazelles and antelopes. By feeding on the same vegetation, these species interact in ways that help to shape the overall structure of the ecosystem. The presence of ostriches can encourage cooperative behaviors, such as mutual vigilance against predators, with smaller animals benefiting from the ostrich's ability to spot danger from a distance. In regions where ostriches are present, there is often a greater variety of animal life. This increased biodiversity is a direct result of the ostrich's actions, whether through its role as a predator, prey, or facilitator of plant growth. The ostrich, in this sense, is a cornerstone species, one whose influence extends far beyond its immediate environment and impacts the very fabric of the ecosystem. Historically, ostriches have thrived in vast open plains, but their habitat is shrinking rapidly. Human expansion, agricultural activities, and urban development have encroached on their natural territories, forcing them into smaller, isolated areas. When animal populations become fragmented, genetic diversity declines. Over time, this makes them more susceptible to disease and environmental stress. If current trends continue, wild ostriches could lose half of their habitat by the end of this century. Significa. The ostrich's unique presence in the landscape also contributes to ecotourism in many parts of the world. Tourists flock to areas where ostriches live to observe their fascinating behaviors and learn about their importance to the environment. This interest in ostriches not only generates income for local communities, but also raises awareness about the need to conserve these magnificent creatures and their habitats. By supporting ecotourism, the ostrich helps to promote conservation efforts, drawing attention to the environmental challenges facing these regions. Through responsible tourism, communities can gain a deeper understanding of the ecological roles that ostriches play and how important it is to protect their habitats. As a result, the ostrich becomes more than just an animal. It becomes a symbol of the interconnectedness of life and the need to preserve the natural world for future generations. The ostrich's impact on its ecosystem cannot be overstated. From seed dispersal and soil health to regulating plant growth and supporting biodiversity, this remarkable bird plays a central role in maintaining the balance of life in the regions it inhabits. As a keystone species, the ostrich's influence extends far beyond its immediate surroundings, shaping the very fabric of its environment. Its presence ensures the survival of other species, promotes healthy ecosystems, and contributes to the resilience of the natural world. In the next chapter, we will delve into the future of the ostrich, examining the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead for this incredible bird in a rapidly changing world. Its survival and continued impact on ecosystems will depend on our efforts to conserve its habitat, protect its population, and ensure that future generations can experience the beauty and importance of the ostrich. How long can we expect the existence of the ostrich? For over 20 million years, the ostrich has thrived across the vast African landscapes, surviving mass extinctions, shifting climates, and evolving predators. However, as the world enters a new era of environmental and human-driven changes, the question arises: how much longer can the ostrich continue to exist in the wild? Will it remain a dominant species in its natural habitat, or is it destined for decline and eventual extinction? The ostrich is one of nature's greatest survivors. It has adapted to some of the harshest environments on Earth, withstanding extreme heat, scarce water supplies, and predatory threats. Unlike many other species that struggle with rapid environmental changes, ostriches have physiological advantages that allow them to regulate their body temperature, sustain themselves on minimal water, and outrun most predators. These traits suggest that, under normal conditions, the ostrich should be able to survive for millions of years more. However, modern challenges are unlike any the species has faced before. While the ostrich has survived natural shifts, the accelerated pace of human activity, climate change, and habitat destruction pose new threats that could significantly reduce its wild populations. Climate change is one of the most critical factors that will determine how long the ostrich can survive in the wild. With global temperatures rising, extreme heat waves are becoming more frequent, leading to reduced vegetation, fewer water sources, and increased stress on wildlife. Ostriches rely on specific temperature ranges for successful egg incubation. If temperatures continue to rise, eggs may fail to hatch or produce weaker chicks with lower survival rates. This long-term reproductive decline could result in significant population reductions within the next few centuries. Historically, ostriches have thrived in vast open plains, but their habitat is shrinking rapidly. Human expansion, agricultural activities, and urban development have encroached on their natural territories, forcing them into smaller, isolated areas. When animal populations become fragmented, genetic diversity declines. Over time, this makes them more susceptible to disease and environmental stress. If current trends continue, wild ostriches could lose half of their habitat by the end of this century, significantly reducing their chances of survival in the wild. Although ostrich farming has helped reduce some pressure on wild populations, illegal poaching and overexploitation still exist. Ostriches are hunted for their meat, feathers, and leather, and in some regions, they are captured and sold into captivity. While sustainable farming can help preserve the species, unregulated hunting and habitat destruction could drive wild populations to dangerously low levels within the next few hundred years. If strict conservation measures are not enforced, The ostrich could become a species that exists primarily in captivity, much like the American bison or the giant panda. Wild ostrich populations rely on genetic diversity to maintain their resilience against disease and environmental changes. However, as their numbers decline, inbreeding becomes a risk, weakening the species over time. The more isolated ostriches become due to habitat fragmentation, the greater the risk of genetic bottlenecking. If new diseases emerge or environmental conditions change drastically, a lack of genetic variation could make it harder for the species to adapt. In the near future, ostriches will likely continue to survive in the wild, although in smaller numbers. Conservation efforts, national parks, and sustainable ostrich farming will help maintain stable populations. However, habitat loss and climate change will pose significant challenges, and without intervention, wild populations will steadily decline. Over the next 500 to 1,000 years, the future of the ostrich depends entirely on human action. If conservation programs expand and efforts to combat climate change succeed, wild ostriches could persist. However, if habitat destruction and poaching continue at their current rates, wild ostriches may become rare or extinct, with only farmed and captive populations remaining. Beyond 1,000 years, predicting the fate of the ostrich becomes more complex. If humanity finds solutions to global environmental problems, ostriches could continue to thrive in protected areas or even reclaim lost territories. However, if global warming, deforestation, and ecosystem destruction continue unchecked, the ostrich could face the same fate as many other species that have vanished due to human activity. There is also the possibility of future technological interventions, such as genetic engineering, artificial breeding programs, or even rewilding projects, which could extend the existence of the ostrich beyond what natural conditions would allow. The ostrich has outlived many of its ancient rivals, but its greatest challenge yet comes from the modern world. While it has the biological tools to survive for millions of years more, human-driven threats could drastically shorten its time on Earth. If conservationists, scientists, and governments take action, the ostrich could continue to thrive well into the future. However, if these efforts fail, we may witness the slow disappearance of this magnificent bird from the wild within the next few centuries. The future of the ostrich is uncertain, but one thing is clear. The actions we take today will determine how long this incredible species will continue to exist. The ostrich, with its unique abilities, vast impact on ecosystems, and fascinating behaviors, is much more than just a large, flightless bird. It is a symbol of nature's extraordinary adaptability and resilience. From playing a critical role in seed dispersal to contributing to soil health and biodiversity, the ostrich is an essential part of the ecosystems it inhabits. Without it, many of the delicate balances in these environments would be disrupted. However, the future of the ostrich is not without its challenges. Habitat loss, climate change, and poaching threaten its survival. It is up to us to ensure that this magnificent bird continues to thrive for generations to come. Whether through conservation efforts, ecotourism, or environmental education, we all have a part to play in protecting the ostrich and the ecosystems it supports. The ostrich reminds us of the intricate connections that exist within nature. It teaches us that every creature, no matter how large or small, plays a vital role in maintaining the balance of life. So, the next time you think of this remarkable bird, remember that its survival impacts much more than just its own species. The ostrich is a crucial link in the web of life, and preserving it is not just an act of conservation, but a necessity for the health of our planet. Thank you for joining me on this journey, to uncover the many layers of the ostrich's life and its role in the natural world. I encourage you to continue exploring, learning, and advocating for the preservation of such fascinating creatures. Together, we can ensure that the story of the ostrich is one that continues to unfold for generations to come.